Happy New Year. I'm Jordan and you're not. Well, 2015 is finally at an end. So, this is going to be the best movies of 2015. They were literally handpicked personally by me. Now, these are movies that I considered good, okay? So this isn't going to be like some big Academy Award-winning movies or anything. How people think they should be good movies. These are movies that I liked through this year. So these are my best of 2015. So I'm gonna start number 10 and work my way up to the top. So for number 10, I'm gonna pick Krampus. Because, we hardly get any good Christmas horror movies nowadays, right? They're usually just made for, not made for TV, but they're made like for DVD. Like, the latest one would be Dismembering Christmas, and that sucked. It was boring as crap. So, Krampus was, if you haven't seen it, it's, the Krampus stalks his family. He releases his army of elves and evil toys and gingerbread men, and it had a Gremlins vibe to it, and I liked that. It was a horror comedy. It wasn't just straight horror, which I like that too. And you hardly see the Krampus too, by the way. And he's just it's like the original the Thing from Another World. He's like every now and then he might show up, or the new Godzilla movie, which was ugh. You kind of, but when you do see him, it's awesome. Number 9, No Escape with Owen Wilson. So that movie was really action-packed and very suspenseful. Like literally after I saw it at the theater, I had chest pains. I'm not even joking. I could have died watching that movie. Rotting Cesspool would have loved that, wouldn't he? So Owen Wilson moves his family out to Asia, maybe. And then there's this whole revolution going on outside. They kill any American that's there, so they try to get away from it all. And Pierce Brosnan's there to save the day because he used to be James Bond back in the 90s when James Bond was actually good. So let's move on to number 7. I'm gonna skip number 8. 8's too hateful for me. I was gonna say Spy for number 8 with Melissa McCarthy, but I realized it wasn't really the best. I mean, it's funny, yeah, don't get me wrong. Nothing against Melissa McCarthy at all. It's not. I mean, it's good, but it's not great. Let's move on to number 7 with the new Vacation movie, because I love the Vacation series, and I was really looking forward to the new Vacation movie, and it lived up to its what I thought it was going to be, even though I knew it was going to be more R-rated and more dirty than European Christmas and Vegas vacations. So, and I was kind of disappointed that Chevy Chase didn't have enough screen time, but at least he had more screen time than Luke Skywalker did in The Force Awakens. Oops, spoilers. So yeah, it's Rusty's all grown up now. He's taking his own family to Wally World because he feels that he wants to bring a spark back into their lives, but then nothing goes right. So, which I kind of hope they make a sequel to it, but I guess they should keep Ed Helms, or I don't know if every sequel is going to redo the old movie, like the next sequel they're going to call that Another European Vacation, or I don't know. Number 6, I'll pick AntMan, because I actually kind of liked it. It was more betterer than Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, Avengers Age of Ultron, it was so cluttered. There's so much stuff happening. It's really hard to keep up with everything. And the action, it was good. It was okay, but it was just so much happening. It was crazy. Now, the original Avengers movie, that was good. I really liked that one. That was, the kind of, the more slow-paced start, then you finally get to the awesome action. Age of Ultron, I don't know, I just didn't really like it as well. But Ant-Man, it was like a superhero movie from back in the 90s or the early 2000s, like Daredevil or Batman. Well, not Batman, like the original, I don't know. Just like those kind of 90s, superhero comic movies, which I like, by the way. Everyone always talks about how so cheesy they are. But nowadays, why do comic book movies have to be so dark and grainy and gritty and like just so serious and boring? Why can't it have fun, for crying out loud? Like, the Batman versus Superman, that looks like it's going to be fun because Jesse Eisenberg, the guy's going to play Lex Luthor, people are, complaining about his performance, and I think he looks like he's going to have fun with it. He's going to be like a crazy, psycho trying to, the way he talks. I think he'll be good at that. So, it was just a fun little superhero movie about, a cat burglar trying to do right by his family. Number 5, I pick Unfriended. Now, a lot of people didn't like this movie. You suck. And it was just, it's like, this age and nowadays we have like found footage movies that I'm getting really tired of found footage movies. I'm not gonna lie. But this one was actually done really well. It wasn't totally found footage. It was just like on the computer internet footage. And the original title was Cybernatural, which I felt was a better title. This is my 3rd time talking about it. And it's about all these, this group of kids. They're, teenagers. A year after this girl killed herself, she's coming after this group of friends for revenge. Which I love revenge stories, by the way. Like in I Know What You Did Last Summer, or Slaughter High, or Sorority Row, something like that. Like people accidentally kill someone and they come back a year or so, whatever, later, and they get their revenge and kill them in gruesome ways. And Valentine, also the movie, horror movie. That's the kind of horror I like. That's the kind of slasher I like. Or that's why I liked it, just because she comes back to get her revenge. Number 4, I pick Jurassic World. So it was actually a really well made sequel, and it retcons the Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3, which I like Jurassic Park 3. Don't get me wrong, I like Jurassic Park 3. But this one is like, it's like 20 years after, the original, the park, Jurassic Park, gets, torn up and people die and everything. And this one, there's a new Indominus Rex is, loose in the Jurassic World, and they try to stop it with the help of the raptors and stuff like that. It was just, it was really suspenseful and very, great, modernized, up-to-date sequel. Number 3, I pick Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, there might be some spoilers here for those that haven't seen it yet, and I thought it was a really good, it's kind of like the new Vacation movie. It sort of repeats, things from the very original, Episode 4, I guess I should say. It repeats things from that, but by bringing its own, new story with a new group of characters, like Finn and Rey and Poe, and then you have Han Solo in there. He has some good screen time, and you have Princess Leia. She's in there a little bit. Then Luke Skywalker, which, he's there, whatever. But yeah, it was a good. I've seen it twice. It's a very good. I keep saying good. I'm going with the Star Wars, series. So yeah, if you like the Star Wars movies, definitely check it out. You're gonna love it, hopefully. For number 2, I pick Creed. Now, Creed is a spin-off sequel to the Rocky franchise, and it was actually really well made. I'm man enough to admit that I cried during about 30 minutes of it. So, we don't know, they hint that Rocky Balboa might die in this movie, which I'm not going to say if he does or not, just know that I did cry. So, Apollo Creed's Boston, he wants to make a name for himself by being Adonis Johnson, and he wants to go into the world of boxing too, and he wants Rocky Balboa to train him, but he reluctantly agrees to at first. And it's just, they have a great friendship, a great, it's like a uncle-nephew friendship, and that was really powerful. That was probably one of the most powerful relationships in the whole Rocky series, and I would definitely recommend it. Now, for the number 1 movie of this year, this is a big one. The best movie of this entire year is the Fantastic Four reboot. Yeah. Okay, well, that's my list for 2015. Hope you liked it.